Hello, viewers. This is Dr. Tangadurai with the third episode on leadership skills. Today, we will reflect on the plight of overburdened teachers. In the bustling corridors of modern education, amidst the clamor of curriculum standards and administrative directives, lies a cohort of dedicated individuals, often overlooked or underappreciated, and they are the teachers. While their role in shaping the young minds is celebrated, their challenges usually go unnoticed. Let me tell you a story that sheds light on unheard voices of teachers who need support. In the 3rd century AD, there was a king who was aging and he wanted his son to succeed. Having provided the best possible education, military training, best possible education, lessons on spirituality, ethics, and leadership skills, still the king wanted his son to experience some basic leadership skills. In this context, he wanted him to go and meet his guru, the hermit, who lived far away in a dense forest. The prince set off on his horse, negotiating his way through the dense forest, finding food for himself, facing all the difficulties and discomforts in the forest, finding food for himself, taking shelter on treetops, and travel for days together, experiencing the life skills. Finally, when the prince arrived at the temple where the master lived, the master was a man of few words, and he sent him further in the forest, asking him to return after listening to the sounds in the forest. The prince returned from the forest, and the master asked him, "Master," said the prince, "I could hear the cuckoo sing, the leaves rustle, the hummingbirds hum, the crickets chirp, the grass blow, the bees buzz, and the wind whisper." When the prince had finished, the master told him, "No, this is not the sound that I expect you to hear. Go back to the forest to listen to what more you could hear." The prince was puzzled by the master's request. He was wondering, had he not discerned every sound already? However, the young prince sat alone in the forest, listening for days and nights, but he heard no sounds other than those he had already heard. Then one morning, as the prince sat silently beneath the trees, he started to discern faint sounds unlike those he had ever heard. The more acutely he listened, the more precise the sounds became. The feeling of enlightenment enveloped the boy. These must be the sounds the master wished me to discern, he reflected. When the prince returned and reported to his master, the master asked him what more he had heard. Master, responded the prince reverently, when I listened most closely, I could hear. I could hear the flowers blossoming. I could hear the sound of the sun warming the earth. I could hear the grass drinking the morning dew. The master nodded approvingly. To hear the unheard, remarked the master, is a necessary discipline to be a good ruler, or for that matter, a good leader. Only when a leader or a ruler has learned to listen closely to the people's hearts, hearing their feelings uncommunicated, pains unexpressed, and complaints not spoken of, can he hope to inspire confidence in his people, understand when something goes wrong, and meet the true needs of his citizens. The demise of a state, or for that matter, any organization, comes when leaders listen only to superficial words and do not penetrate deeply into the souls of people to hear the true opinions, feelings, and desires. Well, that is the end of the story. However, let us now have a reflection on a case study in the school. Meet Mrs. Geeta, a veteran high school English teacher with over a decade of experience. Despite her passion for literature and teaching, Geeta finds herself overwhelmed by the demands of her profession and a curriculum that seems to expand each year. She needs help to provide personalized attention to each student. Administrative tasks such as grading papers, attending meetings, and fulfilling reporting procedures consume her evenings and weekends, leaving little room for self care or professional development. Despite her dedication, Geeta's morale is dwindling. She feels isolated and undervalued, with a few avenues to voice her concerns and seek assistance. Burnout looms on the horizon, threatening to extinguish the spark that once ignited her passion for teaching. Well, Geeta's story is not unique. Across education landscape, countless teachers navigate similar challenges, their voices drowned out of the din of expectation and obligations. As principal or leader, we must recognize and address the needs of educators like Geeta. Join our virtual classes at NI Academy to learn how to handle such cases as a leader in the learning or principal. Contact us or visit our website for more details. Please subscribe, like, and share to receive notification on leadership skills. Thank you. See you soon.